Great morning, great morning, great morning. Come on, you guys, come on in. Let's go. Where y'all at? Where y'all be? Oh, this is going to be a good one, y'all. This is going to be a good one. Listen, I'm telling you, God is not playing. That's what I'm gonna say. God is not playing. Y'all come on in, come on in. I know it's Saturday morning, it's early, but y'all listen. I've made a commitment to making sure that I do what it is that I'm called to do. I do it well. Look, come on in. Let me know who's here, where you're tuning in from, who's here, and where are you tuning in from? Where in this virtual world are you tuning in from? What continent, what state, what city? Come on, where y'all at? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Now, listen, once you come in, this is what I need you to do. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Okay. After you let me know where you're tuning in from, I need you to share this broadcast. Because there's someone in your life who needs some peace. There's someone in your life who needs some peace, and this word is going to help them. It's going to bless them. It's going to give them something that they are desperately in need of. Not because I'm so great, but because the one who is in me is so great. So listen, I want y'all to go ahead, come in, let me know who's here, where you tuning in from. Share the video. Share this video. Don't be selfish. Don't get all of this just for you. Share, 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 share. Hey D, great morning, gorgeous. How are you? Beautiful. So good to see you this morning. Listen, Florida in the house. Eileen, hey friend, how you doing, gorgeous? So good to see you. Hey, man of God, Pastor Edwards, how you doing, sir? Good to see you this morning. Good to see you. Yes, Aretha in Nashville, Tennessee in the house. Listen, we got Florida, we got Nashville. Who else is in here? Is that it? Florida and Nashville, the only ones representing? Come on, y'all. Now I know we got to do better. Where's my KY crew, my Kentucky crew? Oh, y'all sleeping today. Y'all, come on, y'all got to get here. Listen, y'all, I'm not going to keep y'all a long time, but baby, this is a word that I believe is going to bless you and bless you abundantly. Now, one of the things that I know is that a lot of times in life, we're not quite sure what's going on in our life. And I know for me personally, that has definitely been where I've been, especially lately. Like God is literally moving. Yesterday, we talked about him ordering our steps, right? And if you saw my video later in the day, you saw that he ordered my steps to break my fast. And I know people say, oh, God wouldn't do that. I'm just telling y'all what he did. He told me to go eat. I went to eat and ended up meeting a woman who I gave a word. Listen, who gave me a bracelet? She gave me the bracelet first. God told me she was gonna give it to me. I offered to buy it. I said, "Can I buy that?" She was like, "No, but I'm gonna give it to you." I said, "Ah, listen, God had already told me that she was going to give it to me. And you need to understand that in this season, we're in a season of God's supernatural favor. We're in a season under an open heaven. What does it mean to be under an open heaven? When you're under an open heaven, it means you got to be careful what you say because you'll get what you say. You have to be careful what you do because it'll produce and manifest like that. So literally, God is got us under an open heaven where we can speak a thing and it be so. So yesterday, y'all, this was the listen, I'm telling y'all, I need y'all to stay with me. Yesterday, what was the word? We talked about how God knows the plans that he has for us, right? That's yeah. We started with purging. We purged, got out of us what needed to be out of us. We went to purge what people, people, yeah, purge. Mm-mm. Purpose, purge, purpose. What our purpose is, place where we are, people, who's around us, provision, and then we went to promise, God's promises, and we talked about his promise for our lives. We were in Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans that I have for you, plans not to harm you, but to give you a hope and a future and to bring you to an expected end. Look, so yesterday I went with my friend Bill, Dr. Bill, right? we went and I wanted to take some pictures. I wanted to go to some different colleges here, particularly some Black colleges, and take some pictures. So we went to Benedict College, which is literally like up the street from his house, not far at all. And I was taking some pictures in front of the sign. I took pictures in front of the Allen University sign, which is across the street. And then I went to Columbia College, which is not a Black school, but it used to be an all women school that they just converted to co-ed, right? Took pictures over there. I'm going to be posting those today. I was going to post them yesterday, but so much was happening, I couldn't. While I was at Benedict College, y'all know that I'm big on how God speaks to me. And one of the ways that God speaks to me is through numbers. He speaks to me through numbers. So I'm standing in front of the Benedict College sign, and we were getting ready to leave. And I see a sign on the road right there in front of Benedict, right? The sign said 555. Now, if you've been following me anytime, you know I pay attention, especially to angel numbers, those 3-digit numbers, those 3 numbers, those repeating numbers. Repeating numbers are significant in my life because God speaks to me through those numbers. His angels bring me messages through those numbers. And I'm going to tell you what 555 is, and then we're going to get into today's message because I need y'all to understand that this fast is not just a fast. I told y'all it hits different. It hits different. This fast is hitting different. It's doing some things that, listen, we may not understand them, but God is moving. Okay. And when you understand that God is moving, you get out of God's way and you make sure you're in alignment with God. Okay. Now listen, did y'all share the video yet? While I'm pulling this out, go ahead and share the video. And when you shared, let me know that you shared. Just comment shared. When you shared, let me know that you shared. Because I'm telling y'all, I want to bless a lot of people with this because I need y'all to understand. People got to understand. If we don't understand, we're wandering around like we're blind. No, God wants us to be clear. He wants us to see what he's doing. So go ahead and share. I'm going to let y'all share while I pull this up. Let me know you shared. Hmm. Mm-mm. God is so amazing. Yes. Thank you, Dee. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. All right. I'm gonna give y'all a second to share because while you're sharing, you're gonna miss something. So I want you to go ahead and share and then get back in. So I don't want you to miss anything. Okay. So I'm gonna give y'all a second to share and then come back in and then we're gonna get started. Look, all I know is this. I know that God is moving in some supernatural ways in my life. I told you guys last week that there were going to be 7 days of suddenlies. Like God was going to suddenly. Like it was just going to be suddenly. Thank you, Cherie. And so listen, 555. Okay. Um, the angel number 555 means that significant change is imminent. Significant change is imminent. Change is a part of life. And when we see the number 555, something is telling you that a transition is in play in your life and all around you. Listen, listen, y'all. Listen. Listen. Mm, 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 mm. Change is coming. Change is coming. The interesting thing is it not only represents the fact that change is imminent, it also lets you know that there is freedom and liberty attached to it. Hey, my daddy. It's out here, y'all. That's my daddy, y'all. Oscar Wiggins Jr. So God is speaking to us and he needs us to just stay with him. Now, we don't always understand exactly what he's doing or how he's doing it, but when we know that God is moving, then you just follow God. Follow God. He will lead you to everything and every place you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there for the purpose that you're supposed to do it or be there or be around. Like I'm telling you, you can't mess up if you allow God to order your steps. And when you allow God to order your steps, he brings you what we're getting ready to talk about today. Peace. Look, peace. So we started out, we said purge. Then we went to purpose. Then we went to place. Then we went to people. Then we went to provision. Then we went to promise, and now we're at peace. So I'm going to read the word, and then I'm going to go into what God has been speaking to me this morning. And I'm going to tell y'all something. God ain't playing. God ain't playing. Like when I tell you he's ordering steps, he's making things happen, he absolutely is. And it is imperative that we not only pay attention, but we act on what he's telling us to do. The scripture is coming from John chapter 14, verse 27. It's the gift that keeps on giving. He said, I'm leaving you with a gift. This is Jesus talking. If you were looking at the Bible with the red letters, there was be written in red. Okay. I'm leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give, let me start over. I'm leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart. And the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. Listen, you don't have no reason to be worried or afraid as God is doing what he's doing. See, he came and he gave us peace. He left us peace. He sent us peace. It's a gift that keeps on giving. And it's sent so that we don't have to stress as God is doing what he's doing. So yesterday, so funny that he's talking about peace, and it's so funny that my daddy's on here because I was just thinking, as soon as I finish my live, I gotta call my daddy because he did not call me back yesterday, like he said he was going to. Like I told him to do. He did not call me back, y'all. Okay, but I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Okay, look, I've got a lot of things that are happening in my life all at the same time, and I could be in a place of worry. That's what troubled is. Don't be troubled. Don't be worried. Troubled means worry. How many of you find yourself troubled? A lot. That sounds a little better than worried, right? How many of you find yourself troubled? If you found yourself troubled lately, tell about that's me. Comment, that's me. If you found yourself troubled lately, because I'm going to bless you today. We get ready to get beyond it. We're going to get on the other side of it, okay? How many of you have found yourself troubled lately, especially? You found yourself troubled. You've been troubled. Slash. Just type that's me. Okay, D. I get it. I get it. I get it. Yeah. 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 And D, you are definitely not alone. So when we are troubled, what that means is what's happening in our life, we don't quite know what it is. We don't know how things are happening or what's getting ready to happen. Or, we may be concerned about someone that we love, their health, or what's going on with them. It may be that you find yourself in a place where you're not quite sure. You're just not quite sure. Like like you just don't know. See, we often don't do well in a place of uncertainty. In the field of psychology and communication, we talk about uncertainty reduction theory. I'm gonna get a little academic with y'all just for a minute, but it ain't so deep that y'all can't understand it. I need y'all to know y'all are smarter than you think you are, right? So in the field of psychology and communication, we talk about uncertainty reduction and uncertainty reduction theory. And basically what uncertainty reduction theory says that is if we find ourselves in a place where we're unsure, we don't know, that our natural drive, our natural inclination is going to be to try to reduce that uncertainty. We're going to try to get clarity. We're going to try to get answers. We're going to try to make things make sense. That's what we do. That's how our minds are wired. They're wired to get to a place where we understand and can comprehend what's going on. So the way God moves, I'm talking about in my life, the way I've seen him move scripturally, it means that people are often in a place where they do not know. Listen, God will have some uncertainty flowing in your life. You don't know, but he says go. Listen, we talked about it the other day with Abram when he told him, I'm sending you to a place, right? I'm sending you to a place. I need you to go. A place you don't know, but I need you to go to that place because I'm sending you there. So Abram had to trust God to make that move. That's right, D. It had to be faith over worries. And he could have been worried about where they were going, where they're going to end up. They told him, God told him, he said, leave your father, your family, leave your friends, leave everybody. Well, not his immediate family, take them, right? And his nephew went too by. He said, but I'm going to take you to a place that I'm going to show you. It's a place that you don't know. Now, look, I don't know about y'all, but I know God has done that with me. And I did not necessarily like it. It did not necessarily feel good. I was like, oh God, ugh. What we doing, God? If you just let me know what we doing. But God is not moved by me and what I want. He doesn't tell me everything. He'll give me a glimpse, a piece. He'll give me a step. And from that step, then he'll give me another step. And from that step, he'll give me another step. And from that step, he'll give me another step. So sometimes what God will do is only give you your first step. And when you take that first step, while you're like, no, but I'm gonna do it. Then he's able to give you your next step. Now, sometimes he'll give you more steps. He'll let you see further down the road. And sometimes he won't. So if you're a person who has to have certainty in your life, you're gonna struggle when it comes to dealing with God because he doesn't always give that to you. What he gives you is certainty in him. He is your certainty. He is your sure place. He is your foundation. He is the thing that you know is consistent and constant in your life. And when you make it about that, then you're not worried about the circumstantial things, the situational things. Those things don't dictate to you. So Jesus said, I'm giving you a gift, sending you a gift. You're going to like this gift. It's going to be peace. That's not given by the world, so can't be shaken by the world. So when we get God's peace and we've got his peace, then we can do what it is that he has called us to do. Now, I like the way it's written in the Amplified version. So I'm going to read the Amplified for you because I believe it gives you another twist on it to help you understand it. Because listen, y'all, I'm about the application. I'm not doing this just for the sake of doing this. I'm not getting up and doing this just to have something to do or just for me to be live or for me to be seen. That's not the point. The point is I want you to be able to take this information and apply it to your life so you can create change in your life. Now, what good is it to have all the information in the world, to know all the scriptures in the world, but your life is still jacked up and you're broke, busted, disgusted, miserable? No, we're not doing that. We're creating true, lasting change by applying the principles and the laws and the word of God to our lives so that we can get what it is that God has already promised us, already made ours. It's already, the kingdom of God is at hand. It's already right here. Now we're getting ready to start reaching out and grabbing it. Okay. That's the whole point. So in the Amplified, it says, peace I leave with you, my perfect peace I give to you. Not as the world gives do I give to you. Do not let your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. Let my perfect peace calm you in every circumstance and give you courage and strength for every challenge. Look, I don't know about you, but this is what I know. There's some challenges that I've had to face that, listen, I needed God's perfect peace in. Recently, someone close to me made a decision that it's not the decision I wanted them to make, but it's the decision that they made. And because they made that decision, I have to respect that decision and yet continue to live, right? Continue to live and enjoy them and all of those things and not be worried, troubled, because the reality is we all have the right to make choices. We all have a right to choose our path and our journey. So when we understand that God's peace can keep us and will keep us if we allow it. And what does that mean, Dr. B? You said it will keep us if we allow it. Well, first of all, excuse me, can we be honest? Can we be honest? I just want to know, can we be honest today? Because sometimes we're not honest. We're not honest with ourselves. We're not honest with other people. And we're not even honest with God. We be lying to God. Like, he don't know. He knows. Okay? I know he knows. He knows. He knows. And I know he knows. He knows, y'all. Okay? So look, sometimes our life has been so full of chaos and it's been a certain way for so long that we are comfortable with it. We're comfortable with it because we know it. It is familiar. We get comfortable in the familiar. Familiarity creates a certain level of comfort. Now, if anybody knows that, I know that, because y'all, let me just be honest. I know y'all see me making these moves and doing this stuff, but y'all, can I just be honest with y'all? Look, sometimes I just want to be in my room. I just want to be in my room. I don't want to be bothered with people. I don't want to be bothered with circles. I just want to be in my room by myself, right? I want to do the things that I'm accustomed to doing because that's what I'm accustomed to doing. I like patterns. I like now, don't get me wrong, I can be spontaneous. I listen, I definitely can. But listen, I want to go the way that I know, the way that I'm familiar with. Don't be doing a whole lot of switching up ways to go. Like, let me go the way that I go, you know. These are things about me that make me me. If I'm out, I don't want to be out no long time. Y'all listen. I don't like it, y'all. I don't like it. And I know people think because I'm so extroverted, but I'm really an introverted extrovert. Because I'm extroverted until I'm done. And when I'm done, I want to go listen, I'm good, okay? Listen, I will, enjoy fellowship, celebrate, all of that. But then I'm gonna go home. I'm done. I'm extroverted all I'm extroverting right now. Now I got to go replenish and just be with me. And I know it's so funny because I get that from my daddy. My daddy is exactly the same way. It's so crazy because we're going to be out there. You might not even know we gone. we might just disappear on you. You know what I'm saying? We talking and laughing 1 minute, cutting up, next minute we gone. Like, where'd they go? In the room. He in his room, I'm in my room. We be in the room. I'm telling you, it's so funny that we're so much alike. And I didn't grow up with him, so I didn't learn it from him, but it's in my DNA, definitely. So I like certainty like anybody else. It doesn't look like it because God has put me in a position where he challenges me in that area. So he will have me do things that, I don't really want to do, but I do it because he's calling me to do it. So I've just learned to be really obedient to him, right? So this peace and how you appropriate it in your life is very important. I don't care what's going on in your life, how scary it is, how much of the unknown you're facing. When you appropriate this scripture, this promise that Jesus gave us of this gift of peace, not like the world gives it to you. You know, the world will give you something and they want it back. Oh, we ain't friends no more. Give me my stuff back. Oh, we're not together no more. Give me my stuff back, right? The world, when the world gives, the world is subject to take back what it gives. If the world gives you fame, the world is subject to take that fame back. You'll get canceled, honey. 1 minute they love you, the next minute they hate you. Jesus understood that when he rode in on the donkey and they were saying, Hosanna, Hosanna, listen, then they were saying, crucify him, crucify him. People are fickle and people are funny, right? I know that there are people who will follow me and then they'll stop following me because I say something or do something that they don't like. And then I'm the most horrible person in the world when they just were talking about how amazing I was. See, we don't like if you just depend on the world, you'll be jacked up. You can't be moved and swayed by the world. So this is what I'm telling you. God's given us peace. We just got to rest in it. Rest in it. What does that mean? It means that we sit down in peace. And when chaos comes and confusion comes and doubt comes, we don't get up. Stay in your seat. Honey, this is not ring around roses, but this is not musical chairs. Sit in your peace. I'm gonna sit right here in peace. Oh, you trying to bring chaos? Okay, keep that over there. Because I'm sitting over here in peace. In order for you to leave peace and get to chaos, you gotta get up. Why are you getting up out of your peace? For something that doesn't matter, something that's not substantial, something that doesn't change your life, something that's none of your business. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Even if it's about you, it ain't got nothing to do with you. So people's opinions of me, like that ain't my business, that's their business. Okay, that's your opinion. Hey girl, hey, hey boy, hey. Listen, I don't have time to be moved by people's opinions about me. And there was a time when I was more, especially when it's people that you care about, people that you respect. But let me tell you something that I've learned, and God has really been dealing with me on this, and I believe he's been dealing with me on it so that I can help you with it, right? Um, Everybody has an assignment and everybody's assignment is different. If God only had one assignment for every single person on the earth, how boring would that be, right? All right, so everybody would have to be great at everything, and that's not the case. Everybody has a certain assignment that's their assignment. What we do is we look at other people's assignments and we judge their assignment based on our assignment and what we believe. Listen, you can't do that. Everybody's assignment is important, and everybody is called to a tribe of people, a group of people who are waiting for them and their voice. And what I'm telling you is you're called to a group of people who are waiting for your voice, who are waiting for you to show up, who are waiting for you to figure some things out so that they can look at you and know, okay, well, I can do this. I can make it through this. Oh, I can follow my purpose. I can listen. Y'all, do you know the weight that I carry? This is a weight. It's a weight. And I know my daughter was like, why you got to be live every day? What you got to give them people every day? What do people need from you every day? Listen, what do y'all need from me every day? Put in the comments what y'all need from me every day. What is it that you're expecting when you get on here? What happens when you get on my live? What is it that you get? I need to know, because I need to know how to answer that question. I know what I believe the answer is, but you all tell me. I don't want to just assume. Assuming means that you make ops out of you and me. So what is it that you get when you're on here? What is it that you take away when you leave this? What happens for you when you're watching me live? What do you get? What's the point? What's the purpose? Why do you come back? Why do you keep coming back? What is it that makes you come back? What is it that you take away when we get off of here? How do you feel? What happens for you? I'm doing a little research right now. I'm doing a little research, trying to get some clarity on some things. I want to make sure that what I'm thinking is happening is really what's happening. And you can only tell me that, right? What happens for you? This is a very personal thing, but what happens for you? Okay. Now, this is significant, and I'm going to tell you why, because I want you all to see something. Because what I'm doing right now, you can do in your life. And it's going to help you understand what your assignment is and why your assignment is important. Because what we'll do is we'll quit our assignment because somebody said something negative. Somebody said they didn't like something. Somebody said, why she got all her chest out? Because I want y'all to see my tattoo. Because it honors my daddies. Because it's hot. Because it's in the morning. Because I felt like it's not deep. But what is it that you get when you are on here? See, I can get moved by the things that people say, and you can get moved by the things that people say. But are you being moved away from your purpose and what you're supposed to do? So if I allow that comment to make me feel like, oh, well, maybe I need to just stop being live every day, what happens then? Now, I'm not saying that your life depends on my presence on this platform. I'm not saying that. Your life depends on God. But what I am saying is my presence adds value to your life. If it didn't, you wouldn't continue to show up. You just wouldn't. Who got time just to show up for the sake of showing up? We show up when we're getting something out of it, even in negative situations. We keep staying in and showing up in negative situations. We're getting something out of it if we be honest. And the problem is we won't be honest. We won't say, I really low-key like the fact that we argue like that. I really low-key am comfortable with that because it's what I'm familiar with. I really low-key believe that it's a sign and an indication that they love me. See, we won't be honest about everything that is going on. But when we get honest with ourselves, then God can get honest with us and tell us, hey, baby, listen, I know that that's what you want and I know it's comfortable for you, but listen, I've got something I'm doing and I need you. I have need of you. That's why you got to be careful when you tell God, God, here am I, use me, because he will. He will. Okay. So when I pause like that, just know God is talking. Listen, and this is a corporate word. God said, I interrupt your regularly scheduled programming for an emergency announcement. The shift has occurred. God has shifted you. Listen, I need y'all to get this. God has shifted you. And you got to understand that the shift has occurred and it's for your good and not for your harm. You worried about what you're going to do and how things are going to work out, but you got to trust God because what God is doing is for his glory. See, he can't get glory when things make sense to everybody, when everything is in perfect alignment. He doesn't get glory out of that because he doesn't have the opportunity to perform a miracle. He says, I'm coming to perform a miracle in your life that people will look at you and know that I did that. The shift has occurred. The shift has occurred. Now he's waiting for you to catch up. The shift has already happened. Catch up. Catch up. Catch up to the shift. The shift has occurred. Catch up. God has literally shifted things suddenly. And he's saying, catch up. Catch up to me. I need you to trust me and catch up to me. I don't need you to wait until everything makes sense. I need you to catch up to me. I need you to move the way I tell you to move and do what I tell you to do and say what I tell you to say. I need you to catch up with me. Listen, the shift has happened. Catch up to me. You catch up. Come on, come on, come on. Have you ever been going somewhere and you're in a rush to get there and you're walking fast and you're walking with somebody and they walking slow and you like, come on, come on. What you doing? Come on. That's what God is saying right now. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. I need you to come on. Catch up. Catch up. And listen, listen, listen. It's gonna be like an explosion happens. Like everything's gonna happen all at once. And you're going to be trying to figure it out, but you're not going to be able to figure it out. So stop trying to figure it out with your logical mind and move in the spirit. Move in the spirit and watch what God does. Move in the spirit. See, you trying to figure it out in the natural, but the natural never makes sense of the spirit. You know, the spirit and the flesh war against one another. And right now, the flesh has been winning. Stop allowing the flesh to win and let the spirit win. Your spirit is in direct alignment with God. When it is in alignment with God, then you're able to move and get to where He's taking you. I told you this is a season of acceleration, accelerated blessings. God is doing suddenly. Things are suddenly shifting. Like God is just boom, 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 boom. It's suddenly, suddenly, suddenly. It's not planned. It's not calculated. It's just suddenly happening. And He will use anything and anyone to get done what He needs to get done. So it may look one way, but it's really something else, and you don't even know it until something else happens. Suddenly. Accelerated, 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 accelerated. It's accelerated. God has accelerated it. He's accelerated it because He has need of you. He has need to get you to a place that He's promised you that you were supposed to be. But you thought it was over. You thought it was done. Oh my God. You thought it was done. You said, God, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm good. Forget it. They can't see me. I'm not going to do it. But God says it doesn't matter if they see you or not. I have people who will see you, people that you are called to. He said, I'm putting you where I told you to be. I need you to be there because there's a shift that I need to take place. There's a shift that I need to take place, and I need your presence to shift it. My God, you're an atmosphere shifter. God put you in the atmosphere He needs you in to shift that atmosphere. You thought it was over. You thought it was done. You said, I'm through with this part of my life. God said, you're not. I'm going to let you rest. But I'm bringing you back. I have work for you to do. You're not done. You said, God, they counted me. I'll let them count you out. It doesn't matter what they do and what they say. They don't have the authority to cancel you or count you out or any of that. Wow. Ashley said, I have so much going on in my life right now that sometimes I just want to throw in the towel. My mom had a stroke a few months ago that could have went way different than it did, but God is speaking to me through you. So what if I just stopped talking? What if I just stopped showing up? What if Ashley didn't run across my live when she ran across my live because she just happened to run across my live, but she normally didn't see them? Listen to me. You are the same way. There's someone looking at you, watching your life, being encouraged, being inspired. You inspire them. You are their inspiration. And you point them to God. You show them God in living form. So we're so busy not wanting people to look at us when people need to look at us. God needs them to look at us so they can see something that He's trying to show them. You may be looking at your life and you may be saying, my life is all jacked up. I got all this going on. And, I just, who could get something from me? People whose life is in a worse shape than yours. Everyone has someone who's watching them. All of us do. Like, it's not just a me thing. It's not just a Dr. V thing. All of us have someone who is watching us. Someone who is trying to see if maybe there's a way for them to come out of the situation that they're in. Ashley just shared about her mom having a stroke, and it could have gone way different. Listen, do you hear what I'm telling you? There's someone who's in a situation where a parent has had some health challenges, and what she just said encouraged them. Do you understand what I'm telling you? It could have gone way different. So what is the lesson in that? To appreciate and value life, to live your life, to walk out your purpose, because you don't know when something tragic is going to happen in your life. You don't know. But if you are living your life in purpose and on purpose with the intention of being who God has created you to be and doing what God has called you to do, then you never have to worry about being caught unawares or something happening that preempts what God has been already ordained to happen. There's a couple, and I promise you, I am so inspired by them. Terrence and Lucretia Hawthorne in Tampa. Something happened with Lucretia, and she had to have surgery. But this woman was a boss, honey. She was killing the real estate game, owned a salon, like they were doing it. They were like that power couple. And something happened to her health. She went through a lot and is still going through a lot. Her husband has stayed by her side, and when the doctor said it was over, he said, "It's not. My God can do everything. Nothing is impossible with God." That's what he said, and that's what he stood on. He literally has been with her every step of the way, making sure he was advocating for her, fighting for her rights and for her health and for her opportunities, taking care of her. He takes care of her every day. He's with her every day, all day, pouring into her, talking to her, letting her know that he was there. Even when she didn't recognize him, he was there. He was talking. Listen, I'm telling you, this man has been on a journey, bringing his wife back to health, to full restoration. He's believing God for full restoration. What a story and a testimony. So he shares their road to recovery. He shares the things that they're doing, when she spoke her first words again, all of these things, right? And we would look at that and we would say, well, that's unfair. Like, they love God, they serve God. Like, that's unfair. But God had need of them. He needed someone to be a light and to show people that you can overcome the challenges of health, and that even when the doctors say no and that you're done, God can say yes, and it still continues on. He needed to show that there are husbands who, even when their wife is not capable of fully being a wife to them, who will stay with them and take care of them. That they won't wander, they won't go astray. Like, this man has been so committed to his wife and the love that they shared, even in the absence of being able to have some of the things physically that he was accustomed to. He's still there because it was more than just the physical for him. See, we need to know that exists, because we bought this lie that says that all men are dogs and men cheat and that's all they do and men are no good. That narrative that the enemy has supplied us. And I'm not saying that there haven't been examples of it, but what I'm telling you, it is not the only example. It's not the only narrative. There are men who will be faithful to the end, who will not cheat. There are women who will be faithful to the end, who will not cheat. We've bought the lie and we've made it our reality. And so we respond to people based on the lie that we have bought. Listen, when God has need of you, your situation and your circumstances, he's going to use it. It's what he does. It's who he is. It's how he moves. That's the God that we serve. We serve a God that is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that we could think or ask. When you haven't even thought about a thing, he's already put it in motion. We serve a God who takes the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. That's the God that we serve. And what we've got to know is, in the midst of everything that happens, every situation, every circumstance, everything that happens, that we need to stay seated in the place of peace. God, whatever you do, I'm at peace. God, I don't care what chaos comes, I'm at peace. And I'm going to stay seated in my peace. I'm not going to allow it to shift me out, allow it to take me to a place that I don't want to be. Jesus said, I give you this gift, not as the world gives it, but I give it to you. And this is a gift that if you open it, if you use it, will stabilize you in even what looks like the most unstable situations. Don't move from your peace. Don't move from your place of peace, even if the world is spinning. Do you know that the safest place to be in the midst of a tornado is in the center of it? in the eye of it. Because while there's all of this going on, all of this spinning, right in the dead center of it is peace. It's quiet. Now that seems crazy, right? This tornado spinning, destroying stuff, just spinning, spinning, spinning. But in the eye of it is peace. And in the eye of your storm is peace. So don't run from it, because that's when you get hit. That's why the word says, be still and know that I am God. It doesn't literally necessarily mean don't move. It means still your mind and your spirit. Know that I got you. My peace. Did that bless y'all? Because that blessed me. I'm trying to tell y'all, that blessed me. Did anybody need that peace? Did anybody need that peace? I know I needed that peace, honey. He just blessed me. He blessed me with that. That if y'all didn't need that word, I needed it. Thank you, Daddy. Daddy gave me my word that I needed. That's what he does. Y'all look, don't miss him. Don't miss him. Now look, I don't know if you guys are with us on this journey, but if you don't have your copy of Forward Focus 21, you need to get your copy of this book. Join us on the fast. We're on day 7, but listen, you can pick up right where you are. We're fasting until the Saturday before. That Saturday is the last day of our fast. And then that Sunday, Pentecost Sunday, June 5th, I think it is. Then it's Pentecost. Listen, I'm telling you, and God is getting ready to do some amazing things in our life. I'm glad I can provide it, Shannon. Yes, D, yes. So if you haven't gotten your book, if you're not joining us on the fast, join us now. Come join us. The book is $20. You can put book in the comments. I'll send you the link for the book. If you want to do the fast with us, finish out the fast with us, put fast, and I'll send you the link for that where you can join the group. Or if you're in the group, but you've not been actively participating, come join us. I'm telling y'all, it hits different. I'm telling y'all, I got questions to answer today. I got questions to answer. I got to catch up on my questions because it gives me clarity, right? So you got to answer the question at the end of each of the devotions. And I'm telling you, God will speak to you through your answers and tell you what's next. And he'll talk to you, he'll minister to you. I'm telling you, God is doing an amazing thing. If this word blessed you, honey, drop a seed in the ground, a seed for your harvest. Cash App, $DRV Walters, Cash App, $DRV Walters, or PayPal.me/DRV Walters. This is what I know. These seeds are producing. I'm looking for your testimonies, y'all. Make sure you send me your testimonies. When you've sown a seed and God has blessed you, make sure you send me your testimony, whatever that testimony it is. What I know is every testimony and every harvest is not about money. Sometimes it's about a job. Sometimes it's about an opportunity. Sometimes it's about understanding, a connection, things like that. Y'all listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. Yesterday, y'all not ready for the kind of stuff that happened to me yesterday all day long from the bracelet on. Like, listen, God connected me to some people. I met some people. Oh, listen, if you're in the Columbia, South Carolina region area, honey, make your way to Regals Lounge on tomorrow at 12:30. At 12:30 tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a book signing at Regals Lounge here in Columbia, South Carolina. Who pulls up in a city and ends up having a book signing at Regal Lounge, which is a men's spa. It's a men's barbershop and spa, right? Amazing atmosphere, right? For the men and folks, right? But I'm doing my book signing there. Listen, for free. The favor of God is upon me, honey. He has allowed me to walk into Columbia, and the favor of God has been with me everywhere I've gone. People have been so amazing to me. Listen, I recently met an attorney at Regals Lounge, right? Um, he is the attorney that represents the presidents, the college presidents in the area. Y'all, I don't know what God's doing, but listen, he doing something. I'm just sitting there talking to the man, just being me. Just showed up, was where God had for me to be in the moment that God needed me to be there. And here I am talking to this man that's connected to all the presidents of the universities around here. What in the world are you doing, God? What are you doing? This man literally is like, listen, have you applied here? Have you thought about living here? Send me your resume and I'm sending it to the president. What? to the president, not to the provost, not to an academic, a dean, to the president of the institution. Now that ain't nothing but God, okay? So when I tell y'all that God is not playing in this season, he's not playing. Book signing, Forward Focus 21. I told y'all God told me to bring my books. I was gonna do a book sign. Listen, look, God's been laying it out. Book signing at Regals Lounge in Columbia, South Carolina. God is not playing. So if you don't get your book now, listen, I might have to put another order in because I promise you, them books are gonna be sold Sunday. They're gonna be sold Sunday. Listen, they're gonna all be gone. Yo, God is doing some great and amazing and marvelous things, and it's wondrous to behold what He's doing. I'm here. I'm like, God, I'm here for the ride. Like, whatever you're doing, I'm here for it. I'm just here for the ride. Whatever you do, whatever you say, however you're moving, God, I'm moving with you. Listen, that is my goal, to stay in His will in my life, in every area of my life, because there's a reason that God is doing everything that He's doing. So you guys, listen, know this. Know that I love you. And when you are connected to me, when you see things happening for me good, know that your good is on the way. Look, you guys, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. If you haven't put a seed in the ground, put a seed in the ground. Cash App $sign DRV Walters, PayPal.me/DRV Walters. Let God use you and watch what He gives you in return. The favor of God is upon me. And listen, I'm speaking that favor upon you. You guys have an absolutely amazing and incredible day. Be absolutely, unequivocally, and epically blessed. Mwah. I love you guys to life and life more abundant.